Hi Nana, we have discussed about Boyle's law. Okay, today in this video we will learn about some numerical problems based on Boyle's law. So first of all, we will go with first problem. So what is the question? A gas occupies 1500 centimeter cube. Centimeter cube means, so it's the unit of volume. That means a gas occupies volume of how much? 1500 centimeter cube at a pressure of 720 millimeters of mercury. So millimeters of mercury, it is a unit of pressure. Pressure units are atmospheric units or centimeters of mercury or millimeters of mercury. Okay, so here we have used in this question. So the unit is millimeters of mercury. Okay, see, a gas occupied how much? 1500 centimeter cube volume at a pressure of 720 millimeters of mercury. That means, look here. So now let us assume that the volume of the gas. So this is gas. Okay, a gas is enclosed in a vessel, in a container, or else in a piston, and its volume is around 1500 centimeter cube. So its volume is 1500 centimeter cube. So now it is under the pressure of. So now this gas is under the pressure of how much? So the pressure on the gas is how much? So the pressure P, pressure on the gas is, let us assume P1. Here the volume is V1, let us assume. So pressure is P1 and how much pressure? 720 millimeters of mercury. 720 millimeters of mercury. The pressure is 720 millimeters of mercury. So under this much amount of pressure, so the volume of the gas is 1500 centimeter cube. Okay. Now find at what pressure its volume is 1000 centimeter cube. So so actually the pressure is this much. At this pressure, this much is volume. So now the volume is changed from 1500 to 1000 centimeter cube. So that means find at what pressure its volume is 1000 centimeter cube. So at this pressure the volume is this much. At what pressure the volume will be this much. Okay, see, look here. So amount of gas is not changed, and even we have to assume temperature remains constant. That means temperature is remained constant throughout the experiment. So already we know that at constant temperature, the product of pressure into volume is equal to constant. The product of pressure into volume is constant. Suppose initially the pressure is this much and volume is this much. So the product of pressure and volume at the initial conditions is this much. Initially the product of pressure and volume is how much? 720 into 1500 centimeter cube. Okay. Now the pressure, now there is some change in pressure. See, look here, volume is decreased. Initial volume is 1500, but the final volume is 1000 centimeter cube. So at what pressure its volume will become 1000 centimeter cube? So at this pressure the volume is 1500. At what pressure the volume is decreased? So here volume is decreased means, always remember that volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So when volume is decreased, the pressure will automatically increases. So here volume is decreased, so pressure will be more than 720. So we don't know what is the value of the pressure here, but we can simply assume that, we can simply guess that the pressure will be compulsorily more than 720 millimeters of mercury. So in order to find how much pressure finally that gas is occupying when it is having volume of this much. So in order to know this one, so we have to keep it in mind that the product of pressure into volume is always constant. So the product of pressure into volume initially will be equal to the product of pressure into volume finally. So finally the product of pressure into volume is equal to how much? So already, so the initial P1 V1 will be equal to P2 V2 under what conditions? Under the same temperature, and the amount of gas is also not changed. See, when pressure is increased, what happens? All the gas molecules will come closer, but there won't be decrease in the amount of gas. So the amount of gas will still remain same, because all the molecules will come closer, but no molecule is removed. That means the mass of the gas is not changed. Okay, so under the conditions of constant temperature and same amount of gas, always remember that the product of pressure into volume is always constant. That means P1 V1 will be equal to P2 V2. Okay, so this is Boyle's law. So P2 V2 should be always equal to P1 V1 only. Okay, so that means how much? P1 V1 is equal to 720 into 1500. So already V2 we know 1000. So P2 into 1000 is equal to 720, okay, into 1500. So here 3 zeros, here 3 zeros, we can cancel. So then P2 will be how much? 72 into 15. So if you calculate, we will get the value around 1080. Okay, 1080. Here how much? So actually the question is millimeters of mercury. So 1080 millimeters of mercury pressure. So that means that the pressure, the new pressure at which the volume is 1000 centimeter cube is how much? 1080 millimeters of mercury. See, here volume is decreased, so automatically we can assume that the pressure will increase. So initial pressure was 720, now the pressure is increased to 1080 millimeters of mercury. So that means this is a final volume, this is the final pressure. So finally the pressure is 1080. That means at this pressure the volume is this much, and at this pressure volume is this much. So if you multiply this into this one, the value of this into this one will be exactly should be equal to the value of this one into this one. Okay, so P1 V1 should be equal to P2 V2. So like this we can discuss or else we can solve this problem. Okay, now we will solve another problem simply by changing the values. So I will take 500 centimeter cube at a pressure of same pressure, let us assume. Find at what pressure its volume is 1000. See, so now I have changed the question. So 1500 it was there now. So now I have changed the question simply by changing this one. So a gas occupies 500 centimeter cube at pressure of 720 millimeters of mercury. Find at what pressure its volume is 1000 centimeter cube. Okay, now we have to see that initially the volume is 500 and the final volume has become 1000. So volume is doubled. When volume is doubled, it is understood that pressure is halved. Okay, when volume is doubled, pressure will be half, because volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So if volume is increased 2 times, pressure will be decreased by 2 times. Okay, so now for this question, how to solve the answer? Say now initially the volume of the gas, let us assume it is 500 centimeter cube. Okay, at this pressure, at this pressure. So now volume is increased. Volume is increased means, so this piston was brought up. Okay, volume is increased. When does the volume will increase? When pressure is released, or else when the pressure is decreased. Decreasing pressure means, so when the piston is brought up, okay, when the piston is brought up, the volume will automatically increase. So the piston is brought up somewhere here up to here, so that the volume is increased. Okay, now here the volume is doubled from 500 to 1000 centimeter cube. So initial volume is 500 and its initial pressure is 720 and the final volume is 1000. And what is the final pressure? Under what pressure? So the volume is doubled. So in order to know that, simply the same formula. Remember that initially the product of pressure into volume will be equal to the final pressure, the product of final pressure into final volume, because the temperature is same throughout the experiment and the amount of gas is also not changed. All the molecules, they moved away from each other because the gas molecules will occupy entire available space. So that is the nature of the gas molecules. So here the volume of the gas is increased, but not the amount of gas. The same number of molecules are present even before also. Suppose if 100 molecules are there, and even after the increase in volume also, the same 100 molecules only are present. Okay, so that means under the conditions of same temperature and same amount of gas. So remember that the product of pressure into volume initially should be equal to the product of pressure into volume finally. Okay, that means P1 V1 should be equal to P2 V2. So this is according to Boyle's law. So now I will substitute the values. So I will substitute the values. So what is the P1? P1 is 700, V1 is 500, 720 and 500. So now P2 V2. So what is P2? We don't know. What is V2? New volume is 1000. So 720 into 500. 500 ones are, 500 twos are. 2 ones are, through 2 360s are. So the pressure will be how much? 360 millimeters of mercury. See here, volume is doubled. So pressure automatically will become half. 720 will become 360. Okay, so like this, because the volume and pressure, as they are inversely proportional to each other, so the product of pressure into volume will be equal to constant. So that means the product of pressure into volume under the initial conditions should be constant. If it is this value, then the product of pressure into volume under final conditions also should be equal to this value. So that means that means P2 into 1000 should be equal to this much. So finally P2 we got as 360 millimeters of mercury. So like this we can discuss. So right, now we will discuss another problem. Okay. So now the second question is, a gas occupies a volume of 800 centimeter cube. So a volume of 800 centimeter cube at a pressure of X. Now let us assume these are the initial conditions. What are the initial volume and initial pressure? So answer. So let us assume initial volume V1. V1 means initial volume. Initially, okay, the volume is V1, let us assume. So the initial volume is how? 800 centimeter cube. At what pressure? At initial pressure of, so initial volume and initial pressure. So what is that pressure? Pressure X. That means when the pressure is X, its volume is 800 centimeter cube. Okay. Now, if the pressure is altered, it is changed. Altered means changed. If the pressure is changed to 2.5 atmosphere. So now the new pressure, the pressure is changed to how much? 2.5 atmosphere, ATM. So atmosphere, it is also units of pressure. Millimeters of mercury, centimeters of mercury, and atmospheres. So these are the units of pressure. So here what is happened? So initially the pressure was X, okay, and under this pressure the volume is 800 centimeter cube. Now the pressure is altered to a 2.5 atmosphere, okay. So now the volume of the gas found to be, so when the pressure is altered to 2.5, the volume of the gas is found to be 900 centimeter cube. So see, just you see the relationship. So here volume is what happened, 800 to 900, volume is increased. Volume is increased means automatically pressure should be decreased. So that means X will be compulsorily, it should be more than 2.5, okay, because here volume is decreased, sorry, volume is increased means pressure should decrease. Pressure should decrease means X should be greater than 2.5, okay. So now let us see. Anyhow, we know that calculate the value of X. So we know that the product of pressure and volume, so under the initial conditions should be equal to the product of pressure and volume final conditions. So that means P1 V1 should be equal to P2 V2 according to Boyle's law. Okay, that means what is P1? X. What is V1? Into 800. What is P2? 2.5 into 900. Okay, so then X will be how much? X will be 2.5 into 900 by 800. Two zeros we can cancel. Okay, so finally if you calculate, you will get the value as 2.81 atmosphere. So that means, so the X value will be we know that, so X should be greater than this value. So how much it is? X we got finally as 2.81. So this is greater than 2.5. Okay, so that means the initial pressure was this much. Okay, under this much pressure the volume is this much, and when pressure is decreased then volume automatically is increased from 800 to 900. Okay, so like this we can discuss the given problem. Okay, right. Now we will solve another problem. Now the third question is, so at constant temperature a gas is at a pressure of 1080 millimeters of mercury. That means solution. So what is the initial pressure? Pressure is equal to 1080 millimeters of mercury. At constant temperature a gas is at a pressure of 1080 millimeters of mercury. Okay, now at what pressure the volume is decreased by 40%. So now, so we have to find at what pressure the volume is decreased by 40%. So we don't know what is the initial volume. So now let us assume initial volume will be X. Treat the initial volume as X. Then the final volume is how much? The volume is decreased by 40%. Okay, suppose if initial volume is X, then final volume will be 60% of X, because volume is decreased by 40%. So if 40% is decreased, so how much is left over? 60%. Okay, so that means final volume is how much? 60% of X. The volume is decreased by 40%. So how much is left over? So 60% of initial volume is left over. Suppose V2 is 60% of initial volume. That means 60 by 100 of X. Okay. So now at what pressure? So we have to find at what pressure the volume will become from X to 60 by 100 into X. That means the volume is decreased by 40%. What's the meaning of this one? Volume is decreased by 40% means, so that means, so after removal of 40%, how much percentage is left over? So 60% of the initial volume is left over. So if the initial volume is X, then the final volume will be 60% of initial volume. Volume is decreased. That means by how much? By 40%. So if 40% is decreased, if 40% of volume is removed, decreased means removed. So 60% of volume only is left over. So now already we know that the product of pressure into volume, initial conditions, should be equal to the product of pressure into volume, final conditions. So that means the product of pressure into volume will always remains constant, and it should be equal to P2 V2. That means P1 V1 will be always equal to P2 V2. So what is P1? What is P1? 1080 into what is V1? Let us assume it as X. What is P2? We don't know. Simply keep it as P2 only. And what is V2? V2 is nothing but 60 by 100x. 60 by 100x. Okay. So P2 will be how much? Then P2 is equal to how much? P2 is equal to 1080 into x divided by, so this one if you bring this side, what happens? So here 60 by 100 means 60 into 100, okay, into x by 100 means, so we can write this if the, so this part becomes denominator. So in denominator, if there is again denominator, so the denominator will move up okay, into the numerator. Okay, now so this 100, how much? Sorry, this is x. Okay, so this x gets cancelled. 0 cancels. Okay, 6 ones are 6 ones are 6. How much? 48 means 6 8s are 48. So how much? It will be around 1800 millimeters of mercury. Okay, so this is the pressure. Okay, when the volume is decreased by 40%. When volume is decreased by 40% means, that means we have to remove 40%. So how much is left over? The final volume will be 60%. Okay, so here initial pressure is 1080 millimeters of mercury. Under this pressure the volume is X, because the volume of gas is not given, it is not mentioned. The initial volume of the gas is not mentioned in the question. So let us assume the initial volume of the gas will be X, and the final volume will become 60% of X, because 40% is, the volume is decreased by 40%. So that means how much is left over? 60% of X is left over. So if you apply this formula, okay, finally, so upon substituting the values in that formula, so we will get the P2 value as 1800 millimeters of mercury. So the final pressure will be 1800 millimeters of mercury. Okay, so when the pressure is changed from 1080 to 1800 millimeters of mercury, that means when pressure is increased, automatically volume decreases. Okay, if the volume is, initial volume is X, then the final volume is 60% of X decreased. Okay, so like this we can discuss. Okay, now we'll discuss some other problems. Okay, the next problem is, the volume of a certain gas was found 800 centimeter cube. Okay, so there is some gas. So there is a gas and its volume was, let us assume its initial volume was 800 centimeter cube when the pressure was 760 millimeters of mercury. That means when the pressure is how much? 760 millimeters of mercury. So the volume of the gas is this much. If the pressure is increased by 25%, so that means the new pressure, so that this pressure is how much? It is increased by 25%. So that means increased by 25% means, so that means it is, if pressure, initial pressure is P1, then 25% of P1 is will be equal to it is increased, the pressure is increased by 25%. So 25 by 100 of P1. Okay, the final pressure will be, so initial pressure plus some more pressure. Okay, so 25% is increased. That means to the initial pressure we have to add 25% of the initial pressure. Because if the pressure is increased by 25%, what is the meaning of that one? So that means the final pressure is more than initial pressure. By how much? So if initial pressure is P1, then if we add some more to that P1, then you will get P2. So how much we have to add? 25% we have to add. So that means 25% of P1 we have to add. So therefore P2 is equal to P1 plus 25% of P1. Okay. So find the new volume. So under this pressure, so what will be the new volume? What will be the new volume? Okay. So now, so upon so here if I take P1 as common, then 1 plus 25 by 100. So how much it is? P1 into 125 by 100. Okay. So P2 is nothing but will be equal to P1 into 125 by 100. So V2 we have to find. So let us assume V2 as X. Okay. But P1 is how much? 760. So that means 760 into 125 by 100. So 0, 0 cancels. Okay. Now actually, so here the pressure. So when pressure is increased, then automatically volume should decrease. So here pressure is increased. So automatically volume should decrease. That means the new volume should be compulsorily it should be less than 800 centimeter cube. Okay. So remember that the product of initial pressure and initial volume should be equal to the product of final pressure and final volume. So that means P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Okay. So what is P1 V1? P1 is 760. V1 is 800 is equal to P2 how much? 76 into 125 by 100. Sorry, 125 by 10 into V2. V2 we don't know. So we have to find some X. So leave this X here and take this all these things this side. So 76 1s are 76 10s are. So even this 10 is also multiplied with. So 800. So 125. That means 10 into 800 divided by 125. Okay. 525 is a 5 2s are 5 5s are again 5 2s are. Okay. 2 into 800 by 5. So how much? So therefore X is equal to. So finally how much we get? How much we get? So if we multiply 4 into 8 into 100 by 5. 5 ones are 5 20s are. 8 8 is 64. Okay. So here 4 into 2, 80 into 8. So 640. 640. What is X? So X is nothing but volume. So how much centimeter cube? So 640 centimeter cube. So the final volume will become 640 centimeter cube. It should be less. It should be less than the initial volume, because initial pressure is increased to the final pressure. So when the final pressure is more than initial pressure, therefore the final volume should be less than initial volume, because volume and pressure they are inversely proportional to each other. So when pressure is increased, automatically volume should decrease. When pressure is increased, hence volume should decrease. So here the volume is decreased, and finally the volume is 640 only. So initial volume is 800. So like this you can discuss. So this conversion is important. So the final pressure, how much? If the pressure is increased by 25%, so that means the final pressure is equal to, it is increased. So that means final pressure is more, is 25% more than the initial pressure. So 25% more, that means, so 25% of initial pressure, we have to add this value to the initial pressure. So finally we will get this value. Okay. Right. So now we will see one more problem. So now the fifth question is, a vessel of capacity 12 decimeter cube. There is a vessel, okay. Okay, what is its capacity? Its capacity is 12 decimeter cube. Okay, contains nitrogen gas. So that means this vessel is having which gas is this vessel is having? The gas present in this vessel is nitrogen. How much amount of nitrogen is present in this vessel? Already we know that the volume of the gas is nothing but the volume of the container. So that means the initial volume of the nitrogen is how much? 12 decimeter cube. Under what pressure? Under the pressure of how much? When the pressure is, now the pressure in this container is how much? 152 centimeters of mercury. So now this is the situation under this condition. So now this vessel, okay, under this condition what happened? So now this vessel is connected to another vessel. So this vessel is connected to another vessel having, so now this vessel is connected to another vessel whose its capacity is 6 decimeter cube. So now this vessel is connected to this vessel. So when it is connected, what happens? So the nitrogen gas will flow into this vessel also. So that means this nitrogen, some amount of nitrogen is emptied into this vessel. Actually this vessel is empty vessel, evacuated vessel. What is the meaning of evacuated vessel? Empty vessel. So if this vessel is connected to another evacuated vessel, another empty vessel whose volume is 6 decimeter cube capacity. Okay, so now when this new vessel is connected to this old vessel, so its volume is 12 decimeter cube and the new vessel's volume is 6 decimeter cube. So when these two are connected, what happens? So the nitrogen gas will flow into the new vessel. So now the nitrogen will occupy so this much volume. So what is the volume of nitrogen now? The volume of nitrogen now will be V2. It is nothing but, so this volume plus this volume, how much? 12 plus 6. So how much? 18 decimeter cube. Now the volume is increased. Now the volume of the gas is increased because the same nitrogen gas, now it is occupying the volume of 18 decimeter cube. Before that the same nitrogen, it was occupying 12 decimeter cube. Now due to the connection of new empty vessel, so that means some of the nitrogen will enter into the vessel, and finally, so the final volume of the gas will be how much? 18 decimeter cube. So now what will be the final pressure? See, look here. So when large amount of gas is present in this, so there will be some pressure. So if there is decrease in the volume in this, because some molecules have escaped into this, that means the pressure is decreased. That means number of collisions on the wall of the container will decrease, because the number of molecules are decreased. So here what happened? So the final what will be the final pressure? So final pressure in both the containers, the pressure will be equal, because pressure is distributed equally. That means distributed equally means we have to see the total pressure, means we have to cancel both the containers together. We have to calculate, because the volume is calculated based on the both containers. So like this. So what will be the final pressure? Final pressure always will be it depends upon the product of initial pressure and initial volume. So if the product of initial pressure and initial volume will be equal to the product of final pressure and final volume. So what is the initial pressure? 152. Initial volume is 12. Final pressure we don't know. P2. Let us assume P2. V2. Final volume is 18. So final pressure will be equal to 152 into 12 by 18. Okay. So if you calculate, so 6 2s are 6, 3s are 3 1s are, okay. How much? 3 1s are 3 5s are. What else? 3 5s are. Here how much it will be? 50.06 around. Sorry. 50.6 around. 50.6. So 50.6 into 2, how much it will be? 50.6 into 2, how much it will be? Around 100, 112. So 101.2 around 101.2. So what are the units of pressure? Centimeters of mercury. Centimeters of. So it will be around 66. 66 means, so around 3. Let us assume. So 3 3. Okay. 101.3. That is 101.3 centimeters of mercury. So that means the pressure is how much? The pressure is decreased. When volume is increased from 12 to 18, automatically pressure will decrease from 152 to how much? 152 to 101.33. So here the pressure is decreased, because volume is increased, hence pressure decreases. So like this we can discuss. Okay, so some of the problems, there are some problems given in the textbook. So solve those problems, practice those problems. If you have any doubts, so you may ask. Okay, right. Bye now.